Here we have Passing Bayou, and this is a 16 two-hand, 5-year-old thoroughbred mare by Chitu, and she's out of a flatter mare, and I absolutely tend to love flatter and anything that comes from his line. So this mare, I've worked with her a bunch in the last couple of days. She's been off the track for a year. She's been with a local woman to me who has her own private farm and did like a light, easy restart with her over the course of the last year. And so she's sort of getting used to how I do things, my program, asking her to probably go with a little bit more intensity and rigor than she's used to. The mare is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, she's just beautiful to look at standing still. She's beautiful to look at working and moving. She is super, super talented. But full disclosure, actually, I'm riding her in a titanium egg butt snaffle, and I thought that she felt like too light, too round during this ride. Every time I went to make just the slightest correction, she was overdoing the roundness, wanting to duck behind the vertical a little bit, and I really want her to poke out her nose and be a little bit more up and out. So after I rode her, I checked her mouth, and sure enough, she has some little bit rubs in the corners of her mouth, which makes sense because the day before this ride on Sunday, it had been a raining, sleeting, snowing day, and every horse worked in the Vienna reins, which is kind of like, if you're not familiar, it's kind of like the Pessoa system, except minus the part that goes around the butt. But anyway, she had been a little bit of a wild woman on the lunge line, and they all have a happy mouth, mullen mouth in when I'm lunging them. But when they're a little wild on the lunge line, it's inevitable that there's a little bit of having to sort of hold on to them. So I guess she gave herself some little bit rubs. So the next time you see her, I'll probably be riding her in a Hackamore while I give those some time to heal up. But all in all, I have to say her progress is good. I'm happy with the direction she's going. I'm annoyed at myself that she got those little bit rubs. Where her frame is right here, that's where I always want her to be. She's soft, she's starting to work across her back, but her poll is up and her nose is out. And I think part of the reason it felt like as we went, she became too round is also just because she's not that fit and she's a big mover. So she's really using herself here. And so it's just hard for her to sustain that nice uphill coming to the hand frame for very long. So it's a couple of things going on, but I really would like to find her in that frame all the time as we progress. And but goodness, when she's there and going like that, she is just lovely. She is soft in her mouth anyway. She has a big ground covering stride. She's super balanced. I mean, she really is a cool athletic horse to ride. She's super talented. So I also clipped her since the last time we took a video of her because she's a really good sweater. I mean, she starts sweating immediately, and it doesn't matter how cold it is. She's always sweaty at the end of a session, even if it's not that long. So I clipped her the day before, and I'm glad I did. I think she looks really nice all clipped up. So here, that's just a little too round. I'd like to get her to come up and out. More like about here. This is the more correct frame that I'd like to see her in all the time. The left is her naturally a little bit easier direction. She just finds the bend to the left comes easier to her, which is really normal. So to the right, she needs a little bit more help, which is also a little bit why she wants to duck more to the right, because I'm having to do more, which is where, unlike to the left, I can just sort of, she's a little bit on autopilot. I don't have to really make corrections, so it's easier to keep her up and out when she's going to be a little too light in her mouth. Similarly to her trot, I mean, the mare has a gorgeous canter. I like that there in her frame, and then you'll see here coming around the corner, she ducks a little bit behind. And she's so darn light. It's not like I'm making big corrections. It's like I go from a half a pound of pressure in my hand to like 3/4 a pound of pressure in my hand, and then she wants to duck a little bit behind the vertical. But I'm sure that also has to do with the little rub she gave herself in the corners of her mouth. So actually, I will really be curious to see how she goes in the Hackamore. I have found that even when I've used it on horses that I didn't really want to, it has always helped. I've never put a horse in a Hackamore and then had it be like a total disaster. So it's probably good for me to do that with her and just see what happens. I actually just started riding one of my personal horses, Seven on the Rocks. He wants to do this. He just is so light in the hand, and any correction with the bit and he drops behind the vertical. So we actually just started riding him in a hackamore, and I absolutely love him in it. His head's up, nose is out. He seems super happy. So it was a switch I was happy to make, and I think I'll probably keep him in that for a while now. Anyway, sorry. So here she is on cross ties. She's lovely on the ground. She just learned how to eat treats. So it's like all of a sudden the light bulb moment for her. She's like, I can't believe I've gone 5 years of my life without eating cookies. So she's trying to make up for lost time. But she's very cute and sweet about it. Really personable, always interested in what you're doing, always wants attention. Just has a really cute expression about her. I love her face.